What is up, guys? It is good to be back. Today we have the newest addition to LEGO's Ultimate Collector series. This is the Mandolorian's N-1 Strarfighter, and a very, very recognizable ship. But before we talk about the set itself, there's just a couple of things I want to go over. So this set is being released with LEGO's May the 4th promotions, like May the 4th be with you. And what comes with it is a couple of things. So if you buy it in store or online, I think, you have the option of getting the dark saber along with it for like 40 bucks, which I chose not to do because I don't really care about the dark saber. That's just me. But you also get this little holographic plaque that's steel or aluminum, and I think that this kind of gives a little bit of reference to the movie. On the hologram you can see it has the Mandalorian and Grogu sitting in the cockpit, and it's on a film strip, and you can kind of see them making the jump into hyperspace if you flash it around a little bit. So it's a nice addition. It's nice that you think that this is free, but it's kind of a lame promo. I'll probably end up tossing this or giving it to Goodwill or something. Now let's get on to the set. As always, we're starting with our box. We have a nice box here, a nice picture on the front. It shows a lot of the details. This is considered an 18+ set. There's 1,809 pieces. More on that later. Going over to the back, we again just see some more details, some pictures from the TV series, and then some close-up shots. So the set itself is really, really beautiful to look at. The thing that most people notice immediately is the drum lacquered pieces. These kind of, they're not chrome, but I would consider them to have more of a brushed metal look. So they are shiny, but they're not mirror finish. And they look fantastic. They're quite accurate. They just blend nicely. There's all sorts of good details all over this ship. And I'm gonna be honest, with the prequels, when I saw the N-1 Strarfighter, with the Anakin flew and blew up the Trade Federation ship, I did not like it. Okay, I never ever liked that ship. I thought it was an ugly yellow ship. It looks like something the man in the yellow hat would fly around in with Curious George, okay? But this is awesome. When I saw this in the Mandalorian TV series, it blew my mind. It's this awesome hot rod. It has this additional thruster on the back. It's capable of jumping into hyperspace on its own. It's super fast, it's loud. It just has so many cool details. Totally won me over. And I prefer this over the traditional Naboo Starfighter, okay? And I actually had a playset version of that a long time ago. I still have the parts and instructions somewhere, but I never really cared for it. This is much, much cooler, okay? And I know there's a lot of people saying they want Ultimate Collector Series remake of the Naboo Starfighter, the yellow one. Whatever, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But I'm happy with this, and I think that this turned out much cooler. Now, I have a couple of nitpicks about this. First, stickers. Nobody likes stickers on Legos. Lego knows that. They screw us anyway. So I've really given up hope of changing Lego's mind on that. The other nitpick is that this is not, it really shouldn't be considered an 18+ set. Maybe it even shouldn't be considered an Ultimate Collector Series set. Here's why. Low piece count, easy to build, okay? Under 2,000 pieces, this thing took me just over an hour to put together. And sure, I was flying through it, like I'm decently quick at building, but this was an easy build. It's just like a large play set, honestly. And it just didn't have the difficulty. Building Jango's Slave One or building the TIE Fighter, those were actually hard builds. This was easy, okay? Way, way easy. And that's not really a bad thing, because I think if it's easy, that means that it was well thought out and there's lots of good pieces. It's a good engineering design, but part of the fun is the build. So there's that trade-off. Now, I have some thoughts generally for Lego. Back when I made my first Lego video, which was me building Django's Slave 1, I actually said that I wanted an Ultimate Collector series for this set. So on the off chance that Lego listened to me then, and maybe they're listening to me now, obviously I'm not delusional, I know they don't know anything or they don't care, but if they happened to watch this video sometime, here's my wish list of UCS sets. So, I would love to have Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator. I think that would be a fantastic UCS set. I'd love to have Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. We need a remake of that, because honestly the original one, which was one of the earliest Ultimate Collector series sets, wasn't very good. So we need a new one. We need a revamp. I'd love to have a UCS droid AAT, like the tank looking thing from the battle on Naboo. And this came to me just the other day. I would love to have 2 Jedi Interceptors in a UCS collection. They can be separate sets, that's fine. One is Obi-Wan's and one is obviously Anakin's. I'm talking from Revenge of the Sith, and they need to include their hyperspace rings. Okay, because the interceptors are not complete if they don't have hyperspace capabilities. I would buy both of those sets immediately, and I would be super thrilled. Honestly, I think those are at the top of my wish list right now. Now, I haven't talked very much about this set, so just kind of give you some final thoughts. This is a fantastic set. It looks awesome. I still haven't figured out how to display this thing. Obviously it's going to be a bit of a dust magnet because it has wide flat surfaces on the top, but it is just beautiful to look at. Lots of curves and angles, all these hot rod details. The stickers honestly turned out fine. The cockpit's amazing. Even the little place where the astromech droid normally goes, you know, Grogu's little cockpit, is awesome. The underside is pretty good, and it just displays nicely. I really like this set. Like I said, I think it's on the border of what should be and what shouldn't be a UCS set. And I do think that it's overpriced, and I think that it's definitely overhyped. It should not be an 18 plus build set, but it is awesome. And I'm glad that I have it. The point where I'm at right now with Legos is I looked very, very carefully, and Lego has to really sell me on the idea of shelling out 250 bucks to buy a set. And they got me on this one. There's a lot of sets that they're not going to get me on. There's a lot of sets that don't have any interest to me, but this one did. And I already told you the other ones that they would have. Why did this set catch my eye? Well, just because it's iconic. It's tied to a pretty good franchise, you know, one of the better spin-offs from the true Star Wars series, and it just looks good. It really is a good looking ship. That's all my thoughts for you guys. I feel like most people agree with me anyway. Let me know in the comment section if you choose to get this set, or better yet, tell me what sets you wish Lego would make in UCS form, and we can have a discussion about that. As always, like this video and please subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I will catch you guys in the next one.